Good morning, guys. Good morning. Adventures with John here. Bringing you guys another video today. So today we're down at another jetty. I think the last like 3 times I've gone out jetty fishing, I've gone to the same one. It's over by Long Beach, on right next to Seal Beach. There's a jetty that shoots out over the water with like a lifeguard station. I can't remember the lifeguard station number. But that's typically where I go when I'm jetty fishing, and at least the last few times I've gone down there, it's actually been pretty successful. So right now we are at a new jetty. This one is down by Newport Beach. It's pretty much the same exact thing, where it's got a jetty on both sides and it's got the canal that runs down the middle where all the boats come in and out. So I figured this jetty should be just as good as the other jetties that I've fished. Usually I walk all the way down to the end of the jetty, and I like to fish the opening of the canal where the canal meets the open ocean, because that's where a lot of halibut like to hang out, is right there where the canal connects to the open water. But I don't know if you guys can read that sign up there or not, but not too far into the jetty there is a sign that says danger, high surf, jetty closed, no trespassing. I did see a fisherman that passed me like 5 minutes ago, and he's walking down the jetty. So I'm not exactly sure if maybe this is an old sign or maybe they don't really enforce it, but I'm not a local here and I don't know if I'm trying to test it. If the morning goes by and I see a ton of fishermen start going out there, then maybe I'll just follow suit and start walking down that way as well. But at least for right now, because there is a sign that is saying danger, high surf, and that the jetty's closed with no trespassing beneath it, I'm gonna play it safe at least for right now. This should be a good a spot as any. I've got some big rocks right down here that I can try to throw down and see if I could pull some bass out of there. And then I'm gonna throw out into the deeper water where hopefully we can get some halibut. When I was looking at the satellite images, right past these rocks, there's a huge section where it's just sand before it gets out to like some of the kelp beds and stuff like that. So because there's a big section of sand right here in front of us, there should hopefully be some halibut hanging out and feeding down there. But we're gonna see what we can do. So I've got frozen shrimp and frozen squid. Those are kind of like my 2 go-to baits whenever I'm ocean fishing. I do have some lures and some jigs and stuff that I can throw around if we're not getting any bites, but easy enough just throwing out some frozen shrimp, frozen squid. We should be getting some bites. If there is fish out here, they will be biting that bait. So I'm gonna get all rigged up. I've got a wire leader on one of my rods, and then the other rod just has like a shrimp fly rig. So both of them are just double hook, weight at the bottom, drop shot kind of setup. And oh, I can see some of those orange fish swimming around. It's hard to pronounce them, but I think it starts with like a C. They're like the California state protected fish. So I'm already seeing movement around in the water, which is already a good sign. But yeah, we are going to get our rod set up, get some weights on there, throw on, I think I'm going to do frozen shrimp on one and frozen squid on the other, just for right now, and you know, see what they are wanting to bite on today. And then I'm going to get the poles out there, and hopefully we can get on some fish. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Dang, I threw this out and I started getting bites right away. Literally right when it started sinking, started getting bites. I was going to set this one down and put the bell on it. It didn't feel very big though. It felt like maybe one of those little kelp bass or spotted bass or something just nibbling on it. Got one, fellas. Well, that didn't take very long. There we go. It's not a keeper, but I mean, that's the first fish of the day. Let me see. I'm trying to think of a good spot to set this guy. I need to get my my fish grips out of my backpack real quick. These guys do have some pretty decent teeth. I've seen plenty of people in videos lip these guys, and maybe they just have more balls than me. I'm not quite exactly sure how they do it. But I ain't trying to get, you know, poked and prodded today, so we're going to play it safe. I'm gonna get this guy on the fish grips, and we are going to get him back because he's definitely not a keeper. Sweet. There we go. First fish of the day. Not too bad. Not a keeper. Maybe, I don't even know if it's worth measuring that guy. He might be like 10 inches or so. But these guys have to be 14 inches to keep. So we're going to go ahead and get this guy back because he is not a keeper. But guys, that was really freaking quick. Literally within 5 minutes of our first pole being in the, I was gonna cast that pole out because that one has the wire leader on it. Because the last couple of times I've gone to the Jetty using just normal like mono and stuff like that for my leaders, I've had big fish break off my leaders or just bite straight through them. So now I learned my lesson, and I use one just normal mono leader from my shrimp fly rig. And then my other pole has a wire leader on it so that those bigger fish or the fish that are more teethy, they can't bite through my leader. And so I was gonna throw that one out as far as I could cast it and then put the bell on it. And then my other pole, I was just gonna fish a little more shallow, like up here against these rocks. And literally when I was letting it sink, before I could even set the pole down and get the bell on it, they were already biting. And then I just had to wait for that good bite to get that hook set. Sweet. Well, that's fish number one. Let's get some more shrimp on this pole and get it back out there. Let's see if I can actually get both poles into the water. But if it's gonna be like that this morning where I'm just getting bites right away, I may only be fishing with one pole until the afternoon when the bite, you know, calms down a little bit. All right, well, I'm gonna cast this one out again. Let's see if I can actually put it down and get the bell on it, or let's see if they're gonna start biting it right away. Let's see, pretty much out in that same exact spot it was at before, so. And let out some line, at least until it sinks. There it goes, it hit bottom. All right. Yeah, if you want your line to stay where you threw it, if you throw your line and you flip your bail and you just let it sink when the line's tight, the line is actually going to drift towards you a little bit, and it's actually going to come in quite a bit from where it landed in the water. So make sure if you throw it in a perfect spot, or wherever you throw it, if you're fishing for depth or a certain spot, whatever the case may be, make sure that when you throw it, don't just flip your bail right away. Make sure after you throw it, you let out some line until that bait sinks all the way to the bottom. And once you see that it hit bottom, then flip your bail, and then the bait's gonna be over there where you threw it. So I'm getting those little bites again. I was literally just about to get some shrimp on the other pole. Yeah, it definitely feels like another smaller one like the last one. I definitely don't mind catching the smaller fish. You know, it's still fun either way, just to be catching fish in general. But your boy does want to get on some keepers today, whether it's like some keeper bass, or maybe we'll get super lucky and get a keeper halibut at some point today. Pretty much anything that's legal and we can keep that's going to taste good. Hopefully we'll go home with at least a couple, at least 2 or 3 keepers would be a good day for me. But I can definitely tell with these hits that this is another one of those little ones just kind of pecking at it. I was trying to rebait my other pole, and then this one started getting bit. Come on, did he go away? Nope, he's still there. Come on. Usually it's these smaller ones that do that. From my experience fishing off the jetties, typically when it's a bigger fish, they don't really care. They'll just come up and just eat it. And the smaller fish are the ones that tend to come up and just kind of poke at it. But I mean, I do use bigger hooks with like whole pieces of shrimp, like, you know, bigger pieces of bait instead of like cutting them up into smaller pieces. So it is a little bit harder for those smaller fish to, you know, get it all the way in their mouths. But those first couple of bites definitely looked pretty nice. The bell was going off pretty good. but since I've picked it up, I've only felt one little thump. Although compared to freshwater ocean fish, they're a lot more aggressive. So I mean, even if you pull it away from them, if you just stop, oh wait, well, that was a good little bite. If you kind of just leave it there, they could just come right back, because these fish out here are pretty dang aggressive. See, I'm feeling little thumps, but I need that good bite for a decent hook set. I definitely think that there's some kelp beds out here, because when I reeled in my other bait to check it, as I was reeling it in, I got caught on some kelp, and I had to, you know, pull it out of the kelp. So that's actually really good for bass, and it could be really good for halibut too, because I know halibut will like to sit in the sand underneath the kelp beds, and, you know, hunt those fish that are over there. And then I also know that they like to sit at the entry point to these canals. The only thing about that is, because they have that no trespassing sign, even though I've seen a guy go over there to start fishing, I don't know if I want to risk it, guys. I don't know if it's worth, you know, if they do happen to come down here and check, if they do issue tickets for that, for walking down past the no trespassing sign on the jetty, I don't think it's worth it to get a ticket, or the possibility of getting a ticket. Boy. There you go, boys, we're on another one. It was definitely a little one, but at least it's something. And he hit it pretty hard. He wasn't pecking on it like the other ones were. Don't get stuck on that. Yeah, it's another one of those bass. Not a keeper, but we'll take it. I don't want to fuck with your teeth. Yeah, the pliers are going to be a little bit better. There we go. Hook out nice and easy. Yeah, these guys have to they have to be 14 inches to keep. That guy's definitely not 14 inches, but still a fun little fight. We're gonna go ahead and get this guy back. We got him on the shrimp again. So both of the bass that we've caught today have both been on the frozen shrimp. Sweet. Well, that's number 2. I got him on the shrimp fly rig. Can't talk right now. So pretty much these are usually used for when you're out fishing on the charters and stuff, and you're out fishing the deep water, because it's got 2 hooks that are pretty spread apart, and then a swivel for the weight at the bottom. And I know they're used for the deep water fishing when you're, you know, dropping straight off the side of a boat, but for me it still works out here, you know, fishing off the rocks and stuff. And it makes it easy because it's a pre-made setup, so you just have to tie it to your main line. You don't really have to do a whole lot to, you know, totally make a setup yourself. It's just grass. I think I just have a bunch of grass on. What is that? Is that a lobster? What is that? Yeah, I just got a freaking lobster. Fucking lobster. Yeah, he was holding on to it until I got him out of the water, then he just let go. Yeah. I was wondering why those bites kept feeling weird. That was a freaking lobster, guys. Look, he actually did hook himself on one of his legs, but when I pulled him out of the water, his leg broke off and he got back down in there. So I was wondering why those bites kept feeling weird. It's freaking these lobster that keep trying to mess with my bait. All right. Well, that would be cool to catch a lobster, but I'm pretty sure it's illegal to catch a lobster on like a normal fishing rod. So, not that we'd be able to keep them or anything, but that's pretty cool though. I got something, don't know what it is. Ah, it's a little stingray. Oh wait, let me get my... I already know to get my pliers out because I'm not trying to deal with this guy. Little baby stingray. There he goes. Finally, and then my other pole fell down. So something was hitting that pole if it was hard enough to bring it down. So let me see. But that is our fourth fish of the day. We've got 3 bass, 1 stingray, and then we also got that 1 lobster. So that was fast. Literally on the drop, on the cast after that stingray. It doesn't feel very big, but it's probably another little bass. Yep. Exactly what I thought it was. Another little bass. Well, sweet. That's actually the smallest one of the day so far as the bass goes. There we go, guys. Bass number 4 of the day. Just a little baby. Get that guy back. Yeah, that was right on the drop. I literally had just put a shrimp back on that pole and casted it out, and he hit it as it was falling, so that's good. That means my idea worked to put on some more shrimp and hopefully get some more fish, and we did it within like a minute. Well, sweet. Let's get some more shrimp on here and get back out there. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Come on, fucker. Alright. Let's go. I'll have to look this one up. I'm not quite sure what this one is. I actually am not sure. I don't know if it's a schmelt or what it is. I haven't caught one of these before. Alright. Well, yeah, this is a jack schmelt. The only reason why I used the net to get him was because I wasn't 100% sure what this guy was, but I know these guys, for most people, aren't very good eating, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get that guy back. Oh, he's not looking good. Oh wait, yeah, oh, I think he might have took off. No, he's not looking good, but I'm not gonna keep him. And I got something. It was funny, I had my other rod in between my legs because it was getting a bite, and I picked up the shrimp rod and it was just hitting it. What the hell is it? Oh, it's another bass. Just a little baby one. This one's real small like that last one.
Oh, there's a line right here.
All right, guys, well, it's another little bass. That one's tiny. Get that guy back. I think this lobster is still messing with my other pole. I got something. I was literally on my phone and I was holding my pole in my other hand, and I set the hook and had to put my phone away. It's something small again, but probably another small bass. It's not too bad. It's not a keeper, but I guess it's something. So it looks like they like the squid too. I think this is the first one I caught on the squid as far as the bass goes. It's just having to, sit there while the lobsters are trying to pull on it and tug at it and wait for an actual fish to bite. But there we go, fellas. There's another little bass. That guy back. All right, where the big ones at? It'd be nice to get a keeper bass or something. Finally, been waiting a little bit. Same thing, dude. I was getting bites on both my poles and I had one pole in between my legs and picked up the other one. Oh no, he's getting me on that rock. Another bass. Yeah. That guy's eye is gonna be messed up pretty good, but there we go. Another little bass. Catching a bunch of these little ones today. I think the closest we got to a keeper looked like he may have been like 10 inches or so. Other than that, they've all been real small. You can see this one was getting bites too. I probably won't be here for much longer anyway. It's been a pretty good morning so far. I think it's about noon right now, but I mean, we're close. Oop, still getting those bites. We're close to double digits. And it is starting to warm up a little bit. I definitely have enough bait that I could stay throughout the afternoon. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, yep, we got him. We got him. Back to back, boys. Same cut. Another bass, yep, another bass. This one's maybe a tiny bit bigger, not by very much though. There we go, fellas. I mean, like I said, I lost count. This is probably either 9 or 10 in total with like all the species that we've caught. We're just gonna call this guy number 10 right here. We also caught that lobster, and when I lifted that lobster out of the water, he one of his legs broke off because I guess one of his legs got hooked. That would have been a cool catch too. Not that we would have been able to keep him, but I have never caught a lobster before. Well, actually, like, you know, got them all the way in or got them in the net or whatever. Dude, I can get you out of here. If you just bear with me just a little bit. I need your mouth. Oh, come on.